do you define it?
Bossa Nova is a style which means new wave or new trend. It's a style of music that combines samba and jazz in the 1950s and 1960s. The key component of bossa nova is the rhythm. Bossa nova, some people call it the bossa nova clave. It sounds like this. Not to be confused with the Afro-Cuban claves, the son clave and the rumba claves. Those are different. Bossa nova clave is a set thread that goes through the music. Try it yourself. So think of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that you hear throughout the bossa nova, and of course, it varies and things like that. That's the basic rhythm, but that comes out of samba. But basically, the bossa nova combines American jazz and especially the harmonica in it with the samba rhythms from Brazil, which made up the new style, the new thing.
It's an infusion of South American influence into up till now, jazz has been a purely American.
Sure, purely American until bossa nova, and also with Dizzy Gillespie involved the Afro-Cuban.
I see.
Afro-Cuban styles that started to sink into the music. Some of the music made it over to Cuba and it just mixed. And music is still mixing everywhere. So this is a famous tune called Girl from Ipanema. I was talking to a gentleman here who said if you do it, what happens if you do it in B flat in Brazil? It's
Only a few people can get away with it, but that's the original key.
the original key is B flat.
You play it in E flat?
We do it in F. But I'm a drummer, I can play it in any key. Okay. by Jobim is a beautiful piece called Wave. Wave. And when I was in the States, I played with a great singer, more like contemporary jazz singer named Michael Franks, who did songs, Popsicle Toes and Antonio Song. But Michael really loved the music of Brazil, and he actually met Antonio Carlos Jobim. And as the story goes, when Jobim wrote Wave, if you know the song Wave, it's a beautiful song. It sounds like you're on the beach, soaking in all the beauty. But the story goes that when he wrote or recorded Wave, he was in his hotel room in LA with a toe infection. So he couldn't go out. He had his world to a piano with him, and he went to the piano and just kind of noodled around the piano and came up with Wave. And he came up with this beautiful song called Wave. Full story, right? Yeah?
Full story.
Full story. So this is Wave by Jobim. If you play the song too fast, it sounds like you're at a boring wedding. So you have to play it with some vibe. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. brief Jobim segment. Another one of his famous tunes. It was built upon one single note. It's called One Note Samba. The tune starts with one note, then it starts with another note, and then the bridge of the song has a whole lot of notes, so it makes up for it. So this is One Note Samba. And it's more of a samba than a bossa nova and tempo. So I decided to bring a little friend with me to help me out. He only plays one note at a time. It's called Mr. Cuica. Instrument from Brazil. Looks like a drum. It's basically a drum, but it has a little stick in the middle. You've heard it, but you probably didn't know you were hearing it. It sounds like like something from the jungles of Brazil. And the way you play it is you take a rag, a towel, and you grab a stick, and with some friction, it gets a nice little sound. Emotion.
Is the chicken dead now?
Don't let it suffer.
This is going to be my first note. some Brazilian music, you hear a little,
What's it called again?
it's called a cuica.
Cuica.
Cuica. Q-U-I-C-A, cuica. And this is a small one. They come in all kinds of different sizes. I like the small one because it's easier to carry. Moving on to,
moving on, I think enough with Jobim. I'd like to do the Walt Disney one. Yes, it would be a nice change.
yes,
Yes. Some of Walt Disney's tunes became standards, jazz standards. This is one of them. Very beautiful, I think, new melody.
Walt Disney, as in he was the composer?
No, of course not. It was not. But the music that was used in his films.
Oh, okay.
In this case, Snow White.
Yeah.
So this thing, passes very quickly. It's Snow White. You can almost, not notice it. But the song is there, and it's called "Someday My Prince Will Come." The nice thing about it, or the different thing about it, it's on 3. Most of the music that we all hear is on 4. Even the most famous melody on 3 was now turned into 4. If you notice the Happy Birthday, the original is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's the original. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. In Thailand, you will never hear it on 3. Just no way. People just so used to having everything as square. So this one we're going to play for you is on 3. Someday my prince will come. Someday. That's why we're leaving it like that. All right. And now, should we do a song for my father?
Song for my father.
Very
Yes.
appropriate.
Song from my father, which I learned from Ilan, is very popular, a composer, very popular in Brazil. His name is Horace, who was a great pianist from the hard bop era, 1950s, 1960s. played with Art Blakey. And this tune brings in another rhythm that was sweeping the nation in the 60s. More like the kind of rock. The rock rhythms, the boogaloo rhythms were sweeping, making its way into jazz. Songs like Sidewinder is another one that kind of combined boogaloo and it also had like kind of a bossa nova clave going through it also. So this is a song from my father. Jazz meeting kind of the rock boogaloo rhythms. This is a song from my father. three beats. Song for My Father was in 4 beats. So now we're gonna push the envelope. We're gonna play a song that has 5 beats per minute. Our brains are gonna be on fire, smoke coming out of our ears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is
Can we take photographs in this one?
Sure, because it's actually the last one.
Yeah, so it's the last one. Let's take
Yeah, this is, we're gonna end with
it's my good stuff. So this is a song that's attributed to Dave Brubeck, but it was written by a saxophone player, Paul Desmond. And this song is called Take 5, actually. Take 5. How many of you heard Take 5? 1, 2. Great.
I'm sure that the more that we play, some very familiar.
So
We only have a quartet.
You can clap along if you like.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
Photograph.